Danny Gilfillan for Boxing News, delighted to be joined by Buddy McGirt here in Manchester. Buddy, good to see you again. You're here with Khalil Majid. Khalil, someone you've been working with for a while now, had a really good win earlier on in the year against Alex Murphy. What sort of progression are you hoping to see from Khalil Majid? And against a fighter with a good record who'll come with plenty of ambition of his own, what are you hoping to see?
Well, the key is just, each fight show a little improvement and just keep building each fight until we get to where we need to be.
And where do we need to be?
World champion. That's what this is. This is what this journey is. So, we still got a ways to go. To be honest, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and tell you we're ready to fight for the championship our next fight. No, we still got a ways to go. But the key is just build slowly. Don't rush it.
Absolutely. And Buddy, before we talk about anything else, I've got to address the very sad news of the passing of Arturo Gatti Jr. Of course, the father, someone you were very close to. I think it was something that sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Just a word on the horrible news about Arturo Jr.
Listen. God bless them both. May they rest in peace. You know what I mean? It's sad. I got a phone call. God bless them. I got a phone call and early in the morning, it was like, "Hey, you hear about Arturo's son?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They said, they found him. I was like, "Found him? What do you mean they found him?" They said he was, found him hung. I was like, "Wow, that's deep, man." So they in heaven together now.
Rest in peace, Arturo Jr. Everyone at Boxing News sends their condolences to the family. But I got to ask, Dillian Whyte, a lot of talk about the Derek Chisora trilogy. A good few months removed now from the Moses Sataima defeat. Any conversations you can shed any light on a potential third match between Derek and Dillian?
To be honest, I haven't heard anything. Only thing I heard is what I see on Instagram. I haven't heard nothing. No one has called me, so I don't know what's going on.
What reflections do you take away from that Moses fight now? There's some very strong rumours about Dillian's condition in that fight. Dillian's not one to ever make excuses, but when you look back at that fight, what maybe do you take away from it?
I'd rather skip that question.
What do you think Derek Chisora has got left at this stage of his career? People wrote him off a lot, but he's come with a couple of good wins over the past year. Otto Wallen, of course, Joe Joyce. What sort of test does Derek pose at this stage of his career?
Listen, it's a test for both of them, really, to see where they both are at in their careers. You know what I mean? They both been written off before, and they both have managed to come back. So I think, it's a fight where it determines where both men go after this, if it happens.
Speaking of fighters who were written off, there weren't too many people who gave Fabio Wardley a chance against Joseph Parker this past weekend, but he flipped the script, upset the odds. What did you make of that fight?
I picked Fabio to win, to be honest with you. When you got a guy coming off of a win that he had the previous fight, you have to be really on your P's and Q's, because one thing he's going to rely on is that one punch. You know what I mean? And I didn't see the fight. I heard different stories about the fight. But, I love Joseph Parker. I have nothing against Joe. I love him. And I know Joseph Parker will be back.
It looks like it's going to be Fabio versus Alexander Usyk for a kid who didn't even have an amateur background, was doing white-collar fights, could go in against one of the greatest heavyweights of a generation. How do you summarise Fabio's chances in that fight?
I picked Fabio. I've always went with Usyk in big fights, but in this one, I'm going Fabio.
What do you see in Fabio that makes you think he can dethrone Usyk?
He figures out a way to get it done. And that's what a lot of guys that fought Usyk weren't able. I'm not gonna say weren't able to do, but they didn't do. You figure out a way how to get it done.
A couple quick ones, buddy, and I'll let you go. Big rematch, Conor Benn, Chris Eubank Jr. You knew it was coming. Repeat the revenge. What's your prediction for that one?
To be honest, I didn't see the first fight, so I really couldn't predict the second one.
And a big American fight, Brian Norman Jr. defending his world title against Devin Haney. Devin Haney up at 147. The odds makers are struggling to split them. Can you pick a winner?
I can't. I'm going with the black guy.
Buddy McGirt, thanks very much for your time.